Welcome back, listeners. You have joined the Hero Whispers, the exclusive podcast for supergirls.com. That's 2 L's, the second L for love. I am here with you tonight, your host, Jeannie Marie, Chief Supergirl and founder. What is Supergirls, you might be asking? Oh, well, Supergirls is a platform that I created to inspire and empower young women to launch from college to life. Whether they're in college or whether they're young alums, we want to be able to help them, support them with the tools they need to navigate the real world, whether it's career counseling or networking, money skills, relationship skills, whatever it is. We want to be the big sisters. And so we created this community on the Hero Whispers, which is where you are right now. We get to interview these amazing young women and hear their stories and how they're really making it big out there and inspiring all of us to do great things. I love these girls. I love the fact that they have their whole lives ahead of them. There's so much to learn from them. And here we are tonight with a fabulous young woman, Aisha WU, who hails to us all the way from Taiwan. She's now living in the States, but she's imported from Taiwan in the flesh. Miss Aisha WU. Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Okay.
I like this introduction.
Yes, you're fantastic. I have to tell everyone about you. So here we go. Aisha is a marketing strategist. She's developed her specialties through employment at marketing agencies and Yushan Company, USA Limited, the past 4 years. Currently, she is working at Delta Children Enterprise. Her experience in wholesale business in the furniture and luggage industries has given her a comprehensive knowledge of the e-commerce world. She helps the company to set up, promote, and maintain products on major retailer sites such as Amazon, Overstock, Wayfair, Home Depot, etc., etc. She has successfully utilized her marketing mindset to help the company grow sales drastically. One thing that is special about Aisha is that she has diverse interests. She was educated as a musician while young, has participated in multiple sports teams, has self-taught graphic design, and loves traveling. Aisha believes that the diverse interests play an important role in her life and also help her in her career. And we met at NYU, where she was actually one of my students.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
I love my students come circle and they still talk to me.
Yeah, I enjoyed your class a lot. Learned a lot from your class.
Thankfully, you're doing well, you're thriving, and you're just, amazing. But before we even talk about anything, I need to know where the celery tagline comes from on your social media.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
A lot of people asking about that. So that came from my old Chinese name. So the last character of my old Chinese name means celery.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, that's why.
It's a mystery,
and then,
people.
Yeah. I created this email and all these handle like when I was very young. So I didn't know what I should go with. So I thought, celery is good. It's memorizable. People keep people being curious about me.
To say the least, because if they're trying to find you using Aisha WU, it's really challenging.
Is it? Because I actually Google myself, a lot of results come up. I'm serious about myself too.
Yeah, well, I love it. I think it's kind of cool. It keeps it interesting. You have to keep it interesting. That's what you have to do. So
well do.
Yeah. So, okay. So you went to NYU, but that wasn't your first college experience. So talk about your different experiences in your education.
Sure. So I believe everybody heard about my bio that I have a special background, educational background. When I was in elementary school, I went to music specialized school. So that's where I get my music talent is from. And that actually affects me a lot. So when I was in my young age, my life is either practice the pianos and my instrument or study. And then this life keep continue until my senior high school. So in senior high school, I transitioned to a regular student. I don't go to music talent school anymore, but I still we has companies. I mean, music has accompanied me for a long time. So of course, I still love it. So I attend some contests regularly. But the schoolwork will be my main focus. And then after I enter the college, where my major is political economy, I still has an unfinished dream about my music part of my life. So when I was a freshman, I held my recital concert, and that was I had that dream since I was sixth grade in elementary school, and I finally get a chance to put that in practice, like make it come true. So in the first year of my college, I mainly was busy about preparing for the solo concert. And then I was lucky that I got a lot of people's support, and the recital was very success, and feel very satisfied about my life, and I know I should move on. And then I actually also when I was preparing about my solo concert, I joined multiple sports team at the same time, and that's why I was so busy in my first year. So I joined volleyball team for my department, basketball team for my department, also volleyball team for my school. So basically 3 teams at the same time. So
wow, girl, that's crazy.
Busy.
Is this all in Taiwan? This was in Taiwan?
Yeah, in Taiwan, yeah. So it was in freshman I played volleyball a lot and practice for my hammer dulcimer, and that was actually most memorable period in my whole life. I enjoyed that part of my life a lot. And then when I was junior, I know that I need to prepare for my schoolwork more, like focus on my schoolwork more. So of course, I didn't let go any team. I still go to the practice, but I go to library more and more. And I actually study with my teammates, like we still accompany each other. And so there was still a good time. And I had the chance to finish a thesis statement, this thesis that sponsored by the government, and I was pretty proud of that. And when I was in senior high school, I kind of knew I was like a normal kid. Like I actually didn't know what I want, but I like to be prepared. So I was like, I think I don't want to just stay in Taiwan, and I want to know more about the world. And what if one day I have a chance? So I prepared myself for all the English tests like TOEFL, GRE, and other stuff. So for my senior, I was mostly busy about that. Yeah, that's my briefly about my education background.
And so how did you decide to move to the U.S. And how did you get the courage to do that?
Yeah. So when I graduated, I was kind of I was confused about what I should do. I was not scared, but I was confused, and I had a chance to got an offer from a public relation agencies, and our client was Mercedes-Benz. And through working with Mercedes-Benz, I realized that I really need to, study abroad or even like just go out to see the world. So that is the moment I really decided that I need to apply for the schools. And then, because my field is in PR and I would like to know more about it, but I don't want to limit myself in PR area. I want to know more about strategic things, like from the strategic branding and all the stuff, and then I can, better understand how the brand makes themselves bigger, something like that. So that is the moment I decided to study abroad, and I applied, and then I was lucky and got an offer from NYU.
Hey, we were lucky too. We were lucky to have you, by the way. Rock star.
Yeah,
I didn't know, if I knew back then that you played the piano and you, like Elton John, I would have had you performing in the class.
Oh, really? I would love to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what's so impressive is that you self-taught. You just went from all these different things. Like you said, you have diverse interests. And the fact that what really stood out in my mind was the musician, and then also that you self-taught graphic design. How did you do that?
Believe it or not, I like to do that when I was young, and I even design my program for my solo concert. And I think that was my very first big project, like designing my program for like a booklet for the people who attend my concert. And at that time, I just how did I self-taught? I mean, I didn't learn it in an efficient way, but I think I just Google. I have a idea about what I want to do, and I just Google and see how other people do it, and find some resource, because we are lucky in this generation. It's so easy. In this time, it's so easy to find a resource online. So just use these resources to learn.
But you have a unique talent. I understand. You can Google, you can learn with YouTube, and I get that, and I respect that. But you are definitely a unicorn, because not everyone can say, I'm gonna do a recital, I'm gonna market it, I'm gonna make it, people come and make a successful event out of it. I mean, that is a solo. I mean, that's huge. And then you said, I want to do it, I'm going to design my own program too. On top of all that, designing it yourself and then putting yourself out there. So that is unique talent. And I'm sure that those talents and that gift that you have, I would call that your superpower. I don't know. What would you say? What would you say your superpower is?
I will say, I think you are right, but also wrong. Because I think why I have diverse interests is everything get me excited. So when I learn new things, I feel pumped, But that is also a downside if you cannot manage yourself well, like your life well. So sometimes I feel a lot of pressure while